for your time and attention. I'm speaking against proposed bill H5830 concerning spousal notification. Ignorance is not becoming to rational people. No, ignorance is appalling. We claim to want to know things, to educate ourselves, and to act intelligently. We profess to reject ignorance, and yet here propose legislation to encourage ignorance, to mask an essential truth. We profess to want responsible citizens and stable families, and yet here promote a bill that serves to marginalize men from the decisions concerning their own families, despite the vows they undertook previously to work intimately with those who would mother their children. This bill not only undermines those very vows in which the state has a vested interest, but encourages duplicity by denying the truth of fatherhood, the rights of fathers, and the spousal contract whose strength lies in honest communication. We profess to respect science, and yet we deny the physical realities related to human reproduction. It's bad enough that our rejection of science denies the personhood of the child and his fundamental right to life, but now we insist on pretending the child has no father, that he has been created out of thin air within his own mother, and that even the legal bond between his parents counts for nothing. If we claim to be driven by science, then let's look at the DNA to consider who should be responsible for the choices concerning these little ones. Half of the DNA of the little child is the father's. Let's look to psychology to help us decide what factors make important choices accountable and mature. They are those made openly in collaboration with those who are affected. And we must also consider sociology. Such brazen contempt for human lives cripples families, introduces deception into a deeply personal bond, and shreds the very humanity of culture. Each person created is a composite being, a splendid combination of body and spirit, the DNA of mother and father, a member of a larger family of legal and communal ties. Let's not create laws that sabotage those social and intellectual traits that provide the very fabric of our existence. We cannot support that which undermines our self-awareness, our call to accountability, and our understanding of the intense personal needs, not only of children, but their own mothers and fathers. Our families must be different. Our choices must reflect our rational and spiritual selves. Ignorance is always a tragedy, and a legislature that creates laws to foster ignorance is not only foolish, but a danger to the very people it is called to serve. Marriage is built on trust, on shared decisions, and an honest communication. All of this only feeds into the emasculization of men described earlier by Father Nicanor, and leads to increased irresponsible behavior on the part of men. An ancient truism is that hard cases make bad law. Thus, we must reject the proposed bill H5830 and work for integrity within marriage. Thank you very much.
One moment, please. Are there questions from the committee? I have.
Certainly, thank you.
Did you hear the testimony from the gentleman representing the Rhode Island Commission to fight domestic violence?
Right, and that's why I stated that hard cases make bad law. Some accommodations can be made for that without an overall bill that allows duplicity within marriage, within that shared bond recognized by the state.
Do you recognize that this was you're not encouraging women to share the decision with their husband? We are recognizing that sometimes sharing that decision is not in the woman's best interest, perhaps not even in the husband's best. We don't always do the best job of making laws when we make laws that require of people things that they will do when it's appropriate. That's I'm making a statement. Everybody not asking.
Thank you very much.